Hello, everyone, and welcome to another session of our 4-H Lunch and Learn series hosted by Apple. Today, we are learning about AR and art. My name is Rodrigo Sanchez Hernandez. I work for Rutgers University in Mercer County. Some of what we are going to do today includes using Sketch School, an app where we can draw and sketch, and then we're going to take our creation and send it over to another app called AR Maker, where we're going to be able to put our sketch into a scene, create a scene, and then we're going to use the photo feature in AR Maker to export our picture and our scene. So in order to get started, two apps that we are going to be using today are Sketch School and AR Maker. So those are two apps that we will need to have downloaded to our devices before we get started with our activity. And now I'm going to share my screen using the iPad so that I can show you exactly what we're going to be doing. Okay, great. So it looks like we have the iPad connected here. So I'm going to first navigate over to where I have my Sketch School, and it's this app right there. So what we're going to do today is we're going to create a friend, right? And that could mean anything to our young learners. We do want to mention that they should be appropriate, right? Nothing too graphic. So whatever their friend could be, it could be a happy cloud, a happy bee, it could be a happy vegetable, whatever it is that comes to their mind. And this is just a way for them to relax a little bit as well and just doodle with us. So in order to get started, first thing we're going to do is we're going to tap on our screen, and this is going to bring us straight into our doodling board. So from here, we have different tools that our youth can use in order to sketch. So we have paintbrushes, we have markers, highlighters, crayons, even erasers. So what I'm going to select is I'm going to start with the marker right up here. And I think that my friend today is going to be a happy bee. So let's see how this comes out, right? Over here, if you see on the bottom right is where we can change the color. So I'm going to select the bottom right, and now I see I have a grid of different colors. So I'm going to outline my bee with a little bit of a dark yellow. So I'm going to make my little bee. This is a good start to my bee. I'm going to make a little head to my bee as well. I'm going to change the colors again, and now I want a little bit of a dark color over here. I'm also going to make the eyes that color. All right. Now, hopefully your young kids are taking a while to do this, so it doesn't go too fast. But I just want to go through everything that we're going to do. So I'm going to draw my bee just a little bit faster. I'm going to use the paint roller here, and I want to make this somewhat transparent. So I'm going to use that tone, and now I'm going to go back to the color and use a lighter yellow to fill in my bee. So what this allows us to do is just to automatically fill in the color to the shape that we've selected. So that tool was right here, the roller. And then once you select the roller, you're able to get different shades of the fill-in that you're going to get. So that's what I did. And then I tapped inside the two round shapes that I've made. Next thing that I want to do is I want to go back to my marker. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select a darker color just to make a few lines there. And the last thing that my little bee will need, oh, needs a smile, of course. And the last thing that my little bee needs is wings. So I'm going to select somewhat of a darker blue and make 2 little wings here. And then I'm going to select the roller again to fill in with just a bit of a lighter blue. And here's my little happy bee. So this is gonna be my friend today, right? And my little friend's gonna help me to create a scene in just a little bit. So now that I have my bee done, I'm happy with how my bee looks. This is my bee friend. Now, what I wanna do is I want to export this drawing onto my photos. And in order to do that, I'm going to go here to these 3 dots, and I'm going to select the export button right here, which is right next to the camera. And I'm going to say save image right here and save the image. And our little bird friend told us that our image is now saved. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get out of this app and go into my photos right down here. And here I have my little bee friend, right? But one thing that I want to do with my little bee friend is I want to not have the white background. I want to have a transparent bee friend. Now, the way I do this, and it might be a little bit different for you, but this is the way I know how to do it. Maybe at the end we can chat about other ways to remove the background on a picture, is I'm just going to tap anywhere on my bee until a clear white outline appears. So I tapped on it and now we see the clear white line, right? When I let go, there is a menu that appears. I'm going to select share and I'm going to save image again. And now I see that I have a very similar image, but it is just my little bee friend. Again, this is just how I save pictures without a background. It could be that you do it differently. I would love at the end of our session to hear other ways in which folks save pictures without a background. But I now have my bee friend right here just as a transparent picture. All right. So far we've been able to use Sketch at School to draw our little friend, right? I drew a bee friend. We used pictures to be able to remove the background of our picture. And now we're going to go onto this app, AR Maker. And when I open AR Maker, I have here a variety of different scenes that I could use. They're preloaded, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap here on the plus to create my own scene. Maybe not. Start. It's start. Okay, so the first thing that needs to happen is we need to select a flat surface. And when you open this, it will automatically bring you to a camera, and then we have a grid. So if you notice, now my living room is filled with a grid, and I want to make sure that I pick something flat. So I have my iPad propped onto a table so that it is flat. And if when you open your iPad, the grid doesn't appear, make sure that you're pointing it to something flat and keep moving it until the white grid appears. Once you have your white grid, then you can just select tap anywhere. And wherever you tap, this little circle will appear. And that is where we're going to place our character. In this case, it'll be the friend that we just drew. So now I have right here my space, which would be the entire living room. And right here, I have my little dot, which is where our friend will appear. All right, so now I want to insert our little friend. In order to do that, I'm going to go to where it says new. And now here, this is the creating space for AR Maker. We could have drawn it here, but we already drew it in another platform. And the advantage of that is that platform allows us for more colors. It allows for easier access to drawing, different colors, different tools. So we're just going to import now our picture. In order to do that, we're going to go here to the very last option, which is a little folder. and we're going to select the transparent picture that we had created. So let me go back real quick. So we're going to go here to the folder, and I'm going to select my transparent befriend. So here's my befriend, and if there's anything that I want to do before I get started, I can shift it a little bit, make him a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, shrink it. But I'm happy with how my befriend looks. So now I'm going to come back here and accept that this is what I want. And then I'm going to yet again select that this is what I want over here. And success, we have imported our picture. Great. So now, if you notice here on the left-hand side, we have different, all of the imports that we would have imported throughout our use of the app. So I want to now place my befriend from here onto our space. So in order to do that, all I have to do is just tap on my befriend, and now you can see that our little befriend is right here, right? So now we can make our befriend smaller, we can make our befriend a little bit larger, we can play around with the size, right? This looks like a good size for me. All right. And if you notice, as I move around the space of my living room, you can see that the bee moves along with the image. So she travels as well. Okay, great. This looks good. I'm going to now select place over on the right-hand side. And my befriend is now steady there, right? So that's one of the things you can do in order to lock our befriend. We can go back, and if we want our befriend to be able to move around, then we would not select place. So that's one thing that I've learned from using the app is if we select place, once I start moving my scene around, our friend stays put. But if we don't select place, then our befriend will move around with our scene. And so depending on what type of program you're doing, that could be really important to you. You might want your friend to move around, or you might want the character to stay placed. So this is where you can get creative with your students. And now that they have a character in a real life scene, that's where you can get creative about what kind of programming you want to incorporate. You can have them take a picture with your befriend as well, right? Or if you tap on your befriend all the way here on the bottom right, you can have some animations, right? We can have our friend blink. We can have our friend pulse a little bit. We can have our friend spin. We can have our friend move as well. So there are a variety of different things that our little befriend can do. Oh, here he comes. And if at any point you want to get rid of our befriend, right? Let's say, oh, this is really not what I want to import. Over here, we have animations. And then if you tap edit on the bottom right, there is the delete option. So that's how we can get rid of our friend. So once again, over here on the right, edit will allow us to remove our friend, and then animations can get us all of these fun animations that our friend can do. So the last thing that that we wanted to do is we wanted to export our scene. Now, I understand that my living room might not be the most exciting place in the world, but think about doing this outside, right? Think about doing this in a garden or out in the woods where they can have some mythical creature appear in the middle of the woods, right? Or take a picture with food, things like that. So one thing we can do is we can incorporate ourselves into the picture. So here I have my hand, right, with my befriend. So it looks like I'm holding my friend right here. That's something that we can do. And what if I want to capture this, right? What if I want to take a picture of that? So we can do that. What I want to do is I want to select the back arrow here. And now I have options. So if you see, oh, something happened. Okay. Now I have options right here, video or picture. So I could record a whole story with my bee friend or any other creation that we have, or we could also take a picture. So here, what I want to do is I want to make it seem like I'm just holding my friend. So here's my hand, my bee friend is right on top, and I'm just going to take a picture with the picture icon right there. Great. And now if we go back to our photo gallery, we can see, oh, look, there's me holding my little bee friend, right? And so that's what we are able to do with AR Maker. We're able to create scenes, incorporate characters, and then export pictures or videos of our scene, the scene that we've just created, incorporating different characters and incorporating a little bit of art as well. So just to recap what we've done in this session rather quickly is we explored a little bit of sketches and how to draw, how to export those drawings into our devices, then how to remove the background of those pictures, then how to import those transparent pictures onto AR Maker, put them in a scene, and then be able to take pictures or videos and export those back onto our devices. So